don't need a profit, at first, of course, let's get these stores popping, and then we'll see what profits look like. But if we can operate out of love, where you're working your regular job or whatever you're working, and then or not even saying let's say I'm working in a store, then I would be the manager of that store, so I would get it. But me as a nonprofit person, I don't want that. I made a promise to the higher powers, to God, I'm going to say, because I worship God, but I don't know everybody else, but I made a promise to God that I am not doing this to get rich. I'm perfectly fine off my $50,000 salary every year. I mean, I'm not a materialistic person. As you can see, I'm not flashy. I'm fine with having little to nothing, but that's just me living my life. Now, someone had to talk me out of it. You're not fine living like that. You need millions of dollars. You need people to give you millions of dollars, because you need to. Oh, we about to end in 10 minutes. I'm sorry. It only gives us an hour. So you need to think that you do need money. Stop thinking that you don't need this. You're fine with 50,000. I need millions. I need billions, because the people need it, not me. Sorry, I know I'm going on.
No, you good. You took control. That's what I like. You actually answered a lot of the questions that I already that I was going to ask you. So you actually answered those, and you did a wonderful job. So I want to ask you, because I ask everybody this on every show: what drives you? What motivates you? And I know you kind of touched on that as you were speaking, but I want to actually hear you say, like, what motivates you? What drives you? What keeps you pushing? Like, when you wake up in the morning, what drives you?
Well, I just appreciate life, first of all. Like, the fact that life is great. Like, I mean, I don't have any ailments. I'm not in pain. I'm not in fear for my life. So just being able to wake up every day is just a blessing. But just knowing that there needs to be a change in our community, and knowing that we're getting further and further away from slavery, so we can't keep using that. So we are the generation that have the know-how and the boldness to do something about it. So we can't go another 50 years and look back and still talk about slavery with people like me and you right now talking on things like this technology we have right now, and we can't come up with a way to fix our community. Like, it's going to be unacceptable if we're 80 and we're still having this conversation. Mm-hmm. So that's what's driving me to fix it, and I feel like I can. And if I can get the right people in place who have influence, this can make a wave just like that 85 era made a wave.
Mm. And one more thing, how did you come up with Life 101? Like, how did you come up with that name for your organization?
Well, I first was calling myself the Talented 10th, with the concept that we need to reach back and help each other. But then I found out that Langston Hughes was not exactly aligned with all of my beliefs. I mean, not Langston, I'm sorry, W.D. Du Bois. I've learned that he wasn't exactly aligned with my beliefs. So I had to find another name. And I have a Facebook friend who's an elderly gentleman who was actually in prison in Arizona. He's very, very wise. And he wanted to start a nonprofit as well. So I told him, like, well, hey, I'm looking for a new name, looking for a new everything. So he was gracious enough to let me adopt all of his idea. And this was his baby as far as his logo and because it's the same thing. We want to do the same thing. So he let me jumpstart it. I told him when it comes out, because it gets out in like 2 years, I'm here and I can tell you everything you need to do for your state, and we can work together. So that's how I got Life 101. Yeah.
Okay, so what's next for you? What other ventures you have? Because I see you on social media. I see y'all growing food, cleaning up places. Like, so what's next for you?
So right now, I'm really just trying to figure out, like, what should I do next? Like, so I'm thinking I really want to focus more on the youth. And if we can get this youth starting from 18 down and just kind of get them on track, by 20, 40 years, they'll be the adults. So I'm not going to focus too much on the adults as much. I really want to focus on the kids. Get inside the Richmond public schools or all public schools, just like the DARE program was. The DARE program was there. We all know about that DARE program. But we can get here and get this program in there like the DARE program, teach them how to manifest, teach them that they're not slaves, teach them that they are scientists, they are gold miners, teach them that they can mine gold. You may not know how to mine gold, but if that's your destiny, not your destiny, but your dream, manifest that. And you'd be surprised how you'll all of a sudden run into someone who mines gold. So I want to teach our children how to do things like that and how to make better choices and to have hope and to know that life is more than just this poverty that you're experiencing right now. Mm. So, and I feel like to do that in mass is to get to the Richmond public school systems. So that's my next goal, is to try to get into there. And also I'm going to contact the courts. I was supposed to been do this. And as far as volunteer to get people who have to do